Good morning, everyone. The world of the internet, far and wide, north, south, east to west, coming at you live on my morning walk. I guess I should say on a morning walk because I'm implying that this is a regular thing. It's not like I'm going to take my morning walk. I wish it was a regular thing, and I need to make it a regular thing, but it's not. And that's the point. I'm trying to change things up a little bit. So I got on my Aging Well Is My Right t-shirt that I got at the National Council on Aging conference about coming up on a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I am down, I guess, about 8 pounds in the past 6 weeks. And it's not because of my morning walks. Or is it? It's like a chicken and an egg thing. As I have disclosed, I started taking a weekly shot of one of those weight loss things. I'm not going to say any names because this isn't any kind of an endorsement, nor is it even a recommendation. But honestly, with the exception of like some burping and feeling full a lot, and not pooping the best always, I'm down about 8 pounds in 6-7 weeks. And I don't think about food. I don't snack at night. I hardly drink alcohol anymore, although that wasn't a goal. I'll take it. And but more importantly, the fact that I'm doing it, I said, okay, some people are going to say this is a cheat. Some people are going to say it's the shortcut. I just know that I was focusing on it a lot. I can't say that I was obsessed with losing weight, but everything that I was doing that used to work wasn't working. And it kind of became a diminishing return. So since I wasn't getting results, I quit trying. And this shirt says, "Aging well is my right." I am a 55 plus man that still in his head sees himself as somebody that'll go camping and go, not rock climbing, don't get me wrong, but like, walking a trail in the mountains or something. And being active, and yet I wasn't active. And I have all these buddies that are retiring and, oh, it's the greatest, blah, blah, blah. And some of them are staying active, but a lot of them are sitting on their butts. And I see it all the time. So I don't want that for myself, nor do I necessarily want to retire, but I do want to be active. I want to do more things that I want to do. I'm jokingly saying that instead of retired, I want to be activated. And in my defense, I am, but not enough. So now it's more. And things like this walk are like, well, heck, I'm taking that medicine. I can't let it do all the work. And I'm definitely eating less. I mean, way less. Even Vicky is commenting. She's telling me she eats more than me now, which I doubt is true, but I'm definitely eating less. The medicine is costly. What was that strange thing? Costly? It's not as bad as you think. Insurance will not pay for it. My doctor told me that, which was like a back way to say he didn't mind if I did it. His answer to me when I talked about it was, well, insurance won't pay for it. It wasn't, no, hell no, don't do it. It was just that insurance won't pay for it. So, because I'm saving money when we go out to eat, in some ways. But then again, I'm also spending more money on things like muscle milk. I learned that I'm not getting enough protein in my diet, and I'm at a crossroads here. I love where I live. I live in the woods. I always say it's an ugly house on a beautiful river. You've seen it in the background of a lot of my videos, but there's not a good place to walk. The little cul-de-sac thing that I just finished walking is not that big to really get in a lot of steps. And then there's this road that I'm on now that isn't the best for walking. But here I am, I'm out here doing it, partly because I want to do it, partly because it's guilt. But this shirt, aging well is my right. Aging well is my job. It's my responsibility. It's my goal. And men, I don't know, I'm worried about you. Yeah, we all know that man who's, 67, 70 years old, whatever it is. He's out there doing ultra marathons and, up at the crack of dawn, lean body weight. His whole life is about fitness. I don't want to be that guy either. But we also know people that are, let's say I know, or more accurately, I don't know, the men that are out there that are not doing these things. I mean, I teach chronic disease self-management education, diabetes self-management education, a program called Matter of Balance, and another program that I really love and it's really taken off is called Bingo Size. These are all evidence-based programs backed by the National Council on Aging in various different ways. I mean, there's more official ways to describe who funds these grants that I'm involved with, but they kind of all go through National Council on Aging, and there's a whole network out there. And I'm blessed that I've been able to include these things in and through my comedy. Some of these things have gotten me a gig, so they call it in comedy. A lot of my gigs I do for nothing because I think they're valuable. And a lot of my gigs have got me venues for these programs. Dickens Parlor Theater. Hey, this is the world out there, and I know there's a lot of you watching, maybe 40. But Dickens Parlor Theater is a local thing here in Delaware. It's in Bethany, and they mostly do magic, but we also do comedy there in the summers. And we're going to start an internship, a residency of these evidence-based programs there. Probably going to be Thursday afternoons, because they've got thousands of people that come through Dickens Parlor that are over there in a semi-retired capacity over at the beach. And these programs are offered in a lot of senior centers and clubs and the like, but they're usually just offered to their own people. So if you're in a senior center that's not offering it, or a clubhouse in a community that's not offering it yet, I mean, we'll bring them to you. It's hard to get these classes. So this is a neutral site in the middle of many of these communities, and the idea is to bring them there for education on top of their, habits to go there for entertainment. So there's a long way of saying this. I don't know where the men are. I'm taking a shot once a week to try and kickstart my health. You can see this here, maybe. I don't know. That's a CPAP mark. I'm sleeping with a CPAP because I have sleep apnea, partially because I'm overweight. Who knows? Yada, yada, yada. One gets the other. But there's something called vascular dementia that you can get because you don't get enough oxygenation to your brain while you're sleeping. And there's correlations between sleep apnea and dementia, as well as cardiac issues. These are all things that are relevant to people in my age and stage. 55 plus year old men with maybe 55 plus extra pounds. Yet the men don't come out to these programs, and I don't understand it. We got women galore. In Bingo Size, we'll get 30 to 50 women. There's 2 or 3 men, and one of them, I'm not counting, Ray, one of our volunteers, myself, and a gentleman that works at one of the senior centers that kind of helps us set up and break down tables. There's no men at these things. And no, they're not all dead. I'm sorry. Men do die before women, but not in these age groups that I'm talking about. That's not the reason. And they're not all working either. This is an age group of people that are retired and alive, but the women there tell me their men are home on the couch. I don't know. Maybe it's beneath them Maybe they think it's, not masculine. But take it from a guy that has always gotten his prostate exam. There's no masculine or feminine about these programs. I go into these programs and I laugh about the exercises we teach. I joke about it all the time, like, oh, I'm doing ankle pumps or ankle rolls or calf pumps or whatever it may be, or the let's swim, the chicken dance, whatever. I'm telling you what, they kick my butt and my legs have rebounded. One of the reasons I wouldn't have taken a walk earlier is because my legs were too shot. My knees hurt too much, but I'm gonna have knee surgery, replacement in September. So I'm rambling, but take it from me, a man that thought he was too buff and tough for some of these programs. I've benefited from them, and I love hearing the stories of the people that are in them, and I'd love to have more men come out. I thought this channel would be for the ladies. I mean, but I'm about 85% men on this channel, and man to man, you got to get social, you got to get active. Maybe you got a little group of men that you get together with and you guys go out to breakfast. I got that and I love it, but I end up eating scrapple and bread and all kinds of stuff I don't normally eat. So when I get together with my group of men, it might actually be hurting me. So try something new. Consider that aging well is your obligation, or your job, not just your right. Thank you. Let humor work.